Hello, Oracles. Well, we had a little bit of a sell-off today, which we kind of expected ahead of the State of the Union address that we are going to be getting tonight from President Biden. Totally normal, no big deal. We kind of anticipated some uncertainty this week between the State of the Union address and then Fed Powell going to be speaking and testifying on Thursday. No big deal, not much going on. Did notice that Tesla came down but held up strong today, down just under 1%. And looking at the volume was lower than the 3 days prior. And the 3 days prior, we had green days. And a couple of those green days were huge green days. So we have seen massive volume coming into Tesla with green candlesticks going up. So lots of forward movement with the stock with a lot of volume. Today, the stock came down, but a lot less volume. This is a very bullish sign going forward. So things to pay attention to tonight on the State of the Union address. Pay attention to what Biden talks about. I'm guessing he is going to speak about his Build Back Better plan. He's going to be speaking about renewable energy, EVs most likely. He will also be getting to probably cybersecurity. So any stocks that could be related to these, I don't know if he will mention any stocks by name or any companies by name. But these are the trends that we're looking at. And as we had discussed previously, there's a lot of positive sentiment around renewable energy and around EVs. So regardless of all the FUD, and there has been a lot of FUD right now in the macro environment, but when there's a silver lining and we see some positivity, it's really kind of a clear picture, at least to me. It's a very clear picture of where we're headed in the future. We are headed to renewable energy. We are headed to EVs. So being as this is such a clear path for me, that's why I have invested in the stocks that I have invested in. There's kind of just a future picture that I'm envisioning, and that's what I'm investing in. And so those stocks include Tesla, of course, Apple, Enphase, Square, SoFi, who had great earnings released today, Palantir, Google, Nvidia, a lot of the big names, and then some other names that I think are going to be key players going forward. Again, for the most of these, even in Tesla included, I still monitor their fundamentals. I'm playing them long term, but if things do change or if there are better options out there, I am not tied to them to not move on. Tesla is the only one that I'm really so confident about. Even Tesla though, if Tesla has some major catastrophic issues that go on, of course I'm going to release it. I'm not going to hold on to it because I'm an idiot. But I don't foresee any of that happening with Tesla. I see them being the probably top number one player over the next 10 years. And so I'm just going to pay attention to what Biden has to say tonight on his State of the Union address. And for me, it's, just more of a little bit of information. I'm just going to take it down, make note of it. I don't know if I'm going to invest anything more. I'm really looking to save up cash. I do think we are going to see quite a bit of uncertainty still over the course of the year. So I don't really see us going into a long-term bull run of any sort, at least not until inflation comes back in line and the Fed raises the rates accordingly to where they need to be to get us there. So in talking with Slim in the comments, some of the things that go on in my mind are what he's thinking, out loud, and that's a worst case scenario. And worst case scenario is we cannot get inflation in line and we see a stock market type crash. Is it possible? Of course it is. Anything can happen. So I prepare for things like that. I don't think personally it's going to happen, but I'd like to be ready for it just in case. So this is why I'm making sure I have cash reserves, and I'm very low on my cash reserves now. So I want to make sure I build some of those back up. If I can get profitable in a couple of the other stocks that I'm looking to get out of, I will sell them to get that cash freed up as well. So this is kind of just where I'm playing it. Again, I still take it day to day. So while I invest in stocks long term, I do want to be wise with my money now, because investing during the times of difficulty are really when you're going to see the most gains later on down the road. And seeing as I know quite a bit about health and fitness, I'd like to relate the stock market and this type of trading to health and fitness. And in health and fitness, doing a workout is hard. You don't want to get out there, it's painful, your body becomes sore, you really don't want to do it, but you go and do it. And that's like the times that we're in right now where it's painful and you're like, oh, I don't want to do it. And you want to sell, which that would be like saying, I don't want to go to the gym. But what you have to remember is going to the gym takes a half an hour to an hour of your time. And it stinks when you're there, it's painful, yes, but where you really see the benefits of that painful workout and putting that time in there is at night. You actually gain and your body changes while you are sleeping. So again, this is where it relates to the stock market, where right now we're in a time of pain. If you invest the money now and the time now and do your research now on the stocks that you want to invest in, when you're sleeping, which is later on down the road when we get to our bull run again, that's when you're really going to reap the benefits of all the pain that you're going through now. But if you don't put in the work and the time and the investment now, you're not going to be able to reap those benefits later. And then of course, the most important thing in health and fitness is the nutrition, which is the part that you have to do every single day, all day long. That would be dollar cost averaging, and that would be doing research. By doing both of those and investing daily or weekly or whatever your schedule works out to be, and then making sure you do the research on all the companies that you're investing in on a daily or weekly basis to make sure that their fundamentals are still in line, that's the nutrition of your investments. That's the nutrition of your portfolio. So if you do those things every single day, every single week, and then you, during the hard times, put in that extra work and invest wisely in the areas where it's really painful, when we get later on down the road, when we get to our bull run, that's when you're really going to see the major changes in your portfolio. And yes, while now you're investing money, you're investing time, we're either trading sideways or down, so it seems like the money that you're putting into the market is not doing anything for you. So you just have to have the patience. It's just like when I was working with my clients, or if any of you have tried to lose weight, go to the gym for like a week and you're like, dang it, I haven't lost any weight yet. What's going on? Why isn't it working? It's like when you put money into the stock market when it's red and you're like, oh, why isn't it working? Why don't I have $1 million now? It doesn't work that way, because stick with it as you're doing it, just like, and we'll go, obviously time frames are going to be different, but when you're working out, trying to lose weight, trying to put on muscle, the first 4 weeks, you're going to notice your body's going to feel different. The next 4 weeks, you're going to notice changes. The next 4 weeks, everyone else is going to notice the changes. So be patient, stick with it. It is consistency over time. And these are the times where when you're the most consistent and you keep on putting in that money and that investment time, when we get to that point where we start turning the corner and go green again, you're going to see some massive results. And then, you're really going to start to see your portfolio grow, and you'll get to share it with others, and then others will see your portfolio grow as well. And speaking of others, so Vinny and I, if you guys had not seen the Investment Club interview that Vinny did for myself, check it out. It's in the link in the description below. And we've decided that we're going to do a collab. So we're going to do some sort of, whether it's going to be, just him and I having a conversation, or we do a live stream on a weekly basis. We're going to do that. We'll give you guys, update. Hey, here's a recap of the week. Here's what's going on for the week ahead. So let me know what days and times work for you. We're thinking about doing like a Sunday afternoon or evening, because this way we can kind of recap the prior week and then get you guys all set up for the week going forward. Let me know your thoughts on that and what you think about it. And we would alternate a live stream between our two channels. But Vinny's a great guy, has some great ideas, has some great insights. So I think between the two of us, we'd really be able to benefit you guys and give you guys even better value going forward. And of course, for the rest of the week, I'm still going to be doing all of these videos for you, and Vinny will be doing his videos as well. But once a week, we wanted to get together, put our heads together, and really be able to provide you guys with a much better value. And if we can do it on a live stream, then you guys can bounce questions off of us, and we can provide even better value for you there. Let me know in the comments below too, what do you think that the President is going to be discussing in his State of the Union address tonight? How many different sectors do you think we're going to be discussing, and how do you think the stock market is going to react to it tomorrow? Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support and feedback. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. I am over on Twitter at OracleTim1. I share all of the latest Tesla news, pertinent stock market information, and all of my daily trades. Thank you so much. Have a great one.